Yes,
This
Tim.
is a this is not a bipartisan group you've got here. Ryan, can you hear me?
Love it.
Yeah.
How was your game with Antonio, mate? I know you won. What was the score?
What was the score? 3. I think I won 3-1. I think it was
Hello and welcome to the ePremier League Invitational. We are back again following on from the success of the first tournament a few weeks back, and congratulations to Diogo Jota of Wolves for winning that tournament. I'm Adam Smith and I will be joined by Joe Tomlinson for another 5 days of FIFA action. Once again, all 20 Premier League clubs represented either by a member of their first team squad, an ex-player or celebrity fans. This is day one going into our first game and another big 4 matches to look forward to. Joe, we're back again, mate.
Yes, absolutely buzzing to be back. Hopefully we get some of the entertainment that we saw in the first edition of the EPL Invitational. A quick reminder though, for everybody watching this, please do stay home and save lives. It's very important right now. And that the EPL Invitational prize money is all being donated to the Players Together initiative. So that is great to see. Let's have a look then at the games you can expect coming your way today. Game number 1 is going to see West Ham against Tottenham. It'll be our first celebrity player, Spencer Owen, taking on Ryan Sessegnon. Game number 2 will be Burnley against Arsenal. This time it will be Burnley's player Charlie Taylor against Michael Ward of Top Boy fame. After that, it will be Newcastle against Manchester United. Rolando Aarons against England cricket star Jofra Archer. And finally today, you're going to see Leicester against Bournemouth. 2 Premier League stars in the form of James Maddison and Callum Wilson going head-to-head. We can see the draw in full as well. All of the games you can expect to see coming your way over the next few days. Of course, we've already spoken about the ones today in the preliminary round, trying to qualify for that last 16. We're going to see West Ham against Spurs this afternoon, and the winner of that will take on Max Aarons of Norwich. Chelsea will be represented by Billy Gilmore, and Watford will be represented by Andre Gray. John Egan will be taking the pad for Sheffield United, and he'll face the winner of either Newcastle or Manchester United. Reigning champions, Wolverhampton Wanderers. Of course, Diogo Jota won EPL Invitational 1. He'll be facing Brighton and Aaron Connolly. In the other side of the draw, we've got Manchester City represented by Phil Foden. He'll be playing the winner of Burnley and Arsenal between Charlie Taylor and Michael Ward. Liverpool have got ex-player Jose Enrique taking on Keenan Davis. Crystal Palace will be represented by Max Meyer. He'll face the winner, either James Maddison and Callum Wilson. And then finally, we've got former cruiserweight world champion Tony Bellew picking up the pad for Everton as he looks to knock out Michael Obafemi of Southampton, Smithy. If people didn't see edition number 1, do you want to just explain the rules for people that are joining us for the first time here?
Yeah, if you didn't see edition 1, you missed a lot of excitement and a lot of goals as well. These are the all-important tournament rules, as they were for our first tournament. The EPL Invitational is a straight knockout tournament. You lose 1 game, you are out. It is as simple as that. Each round consists of just 1 game. Every Premier League club is represented either by a player from their squad, an ex-player, or a celebrity fan. Now onto the all-important in-game rules. 2 6-minute halves. In the event of a draw, golden goal will be used to determine the winner. You may think that's unlikely, but we saw it 3 times in the first tournament, including in the final. Diogo Jota needing golden goal to beat Trent Alexander-Arnold, 85 rated Premier League squads in kickoff mode on the PS4 to establish who is the ultimate FIFA player. So, Joe, very much looking forward to this. I'm going to ask you the game you're most looking forward to. I can't look past the first game. Spencer against Ryan Sessegnon, Spurs against West Ham. Spurs-West Ham has been a fixture over the years that has seen some epic games. Spurs famous for a lot of late winners in this game through the likes of Eric Dyer, Paul Stalteri, Harry Kane, Gareth Bale, of course. But West Ham famously won that game that prevented Spurs from winning the league, one of the games then. Jose Mourinho's first game, of course, was against West Ham. And as well as that, it's seen some competitive FIFA action involving our player today. Ryan Sessegnon played FIFA against Mikel Antonio only a few weeks back in isolation, the loser having to wear the opposing shirt. So we saw Ryan Sessegnon defeat Mikel Antonio, Mikel Antonio having to wear a Spurs shirt, which went viral. So that is the game I'm looking forward to. We've got a potential family members clash. Max Aarons and Rolando Aarons, of course, are cousins. They're in the same half of the draw. We've got sporting legends. Joe, there is so much to look forward to.
So much to look forward to. Lots of pressure on Wolverhampton Wanderers as well. Of course, they'll be represented by Morgan Gibbs-White. They're the reigning champions. I'm really looking forward to seeing Tony Bellew play, though. We have no clue about his FIFA pedigree, but he is a scary man, isn't he? So I'm sure he's going to be scary on the pad as well. And of course, James Maddison versus Callum Wilson, two players that have met in the past, two fantastic footballers. Lots expected from James Maddison coming into this tournament, but we saw some great things from the underdogs in EPL Invitational 1, didn't we? We saw Andre Gomez come out. Nobody knew anything about his FIFA pedigree, but he beat Reece James 8-0. That sent shockwaves through social media, didn't it? So I'm hoping to see more good stuff from the underdog, Smith.
Yeah, Joe, of course, today is all of our round one matches. So these are the 8 players that are unfortunate enough to be in round one. They've got to have an extra round, if you like. The other 12 players all qualifying straight from the round of 16. So they've got an extra game, these players today. Do you think this is even tougher to call than the first one? Because one thing that the first tournament showed was that we had our favourites, Todd Cantwell, for instance, who's done very well in other competitive FIFA tournaments, out in the first round. The fact that there's so many unknown quantities this time, the likes of Tony Bellew, Jofra Archer, it's very tough to call this, isn't there? A lot of unknown quantities in this particular tournament.
Yeah, loads of unknown quantities. Of course, we saw Diogo Jota, who's got great FIFA pedigree. He'd played in plenty of tournaments before. People knew what to expect from Diogo Jota and how good he was going to be, and he obviously went on to win it. This tournament, there's so many surprise packages, you don't really know where to start. I wouldn't say there's a clear standout favourite amongst anybody, really, which makes it even more exciting for me, Smith.
I was just about to ask you that. I'm not going to push you for a prediction then. You said you don't want to give one. You're sitting on the fence a bit.
I'm sitting on the fence a little bit. I'm sitting on the fence a little bit because you know, we got it wrong so many times with our predictions last time. We were calling Todd Cantwell a favourite and he went out first round. So I'm keeping my mouth shut, Smiths.
Okay, well said. I will heed that advice and do that again. I'm pleased to say both players can hear and see us and can join us now. Firstly, our home team player representing West Ham, Spencer Owen. So Spencer, firstly, congratulations on your recent engagement. Great to have you involved in this tournament. We'll come to FIFA in a minute, but just give us an insight into how honoured you are representing West Ham, because you're one of our celebrity players and you're a big West Ham fan, aren't you?
Massive West Ham fan, Smith. Yeah, it's great. It's great to be here, mate. It's an honour, you know. So it's a double win for me today because I'm representing West Ham and also apparently I'm a celebrity. So I'm buzzing for that. But yeah, this is a childhood dream of mine, not to necessarily play FIFA for West Ham. It was to play football. That didn't work out. It wasn't because of any injuries or I was just rubbish right at football. So FIFA is my next best chance, and I'm going to try and do us proud. Big game against Spurs coming up, though.
Yeah, you'll be pleased to know my next question won't be comparing football ability between yourself and Ryan Sessegnon, because obviously there's one clear winner there. But let's talk FIFA, because a lot of people have you down as the favourite for this. I've been lucky enough to host FIFA events with yourself. I know that you play a lot of weekend league. You've got your own esports team. Do you see yourself as one of the favourites for this tournament?
No, to be honest. The answer to that is, you know, I do talk a lot about FIFA professionally, that's for sure. But how good is Jeff Stelling at football? I don't know. Like, it doesn't mean I have to be good at FIFA just because I talk about it. Smith, you're a case in point. So I need to get you on side. I don't know why I'm mugging you off.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, right. I look forward
the fact
to
that you're a Spurs fan against me. I mentioned the stats earlier, of course. I was at that game when Gareth Bale scored that last-minute winner. But I also was at the game when West Ham beat Spurs at the new stadium for the first time. You forgot to mention that one. So just thought I'd throw that one out there.
Yeah, I do remember you messaging me after that one and actually predicting that as well. Just quickly then on your opponent, Ryan Sessegnon, because we've seen Ryan, capable FIFA player. We've seen him play in other tournaments. This is quite a tough first draw for both of you, this one, isn't it?
Yeah, I was watching recently when Ryan beat Antonio in the Tottenham versus West Ham game, and Mikel Antonio had to do that punishment wearing a Spurs shirt. I've not agreed to any such punishment, but no, he's a solid player by all accounts. I think we get kind of similar records on Weekend League from speaking to him off air a minute ago. So I'm expecting a tough test. Either of us could win it, I think.
Okay, thank you very much, Spencer. There we go, Joe. Spencer just confirming there he won't be wearing a Spurs shirt if he loses the game, Joe.
Yeah, and we can talk to Ryan now as well. Ryan, will you be wearing a West Ham shirt if you lose today?
Absolutely not. That's for sure. Absolutely not.
Some fighting talk there, I think, from Spencer. How do you see yourself faring today? Because obviously we know you play a lot of Weekend League, you play a lot of Ultimate Team, but it's different in 85 rated mode. So how do you see yourself getting on?
No, I think it will be good. I think it's going to be a challenge. But, you know, FIFA, I like good challenges. So, yeah, I think it should be a good game. I don't know what to expect from Spencer, but I'll bring in my A game, that's for sure.
What should we expect from you then, Ryan? You talked about Spencer there. What's your style? Is it very attacking? Is it defensive? Is it patient? How do you play FIFA?
I've got different styles of playing, to be fair. I can go on the attack. I can sit back deep. Um, I can keep the ball, suck the life out of you, and then penetrate and then go and score. But I've got different types of ways of playing. But yeah, I think Spencer will see. We'll see.
And obviously, you got one over West Ham recently when you beat Mikel Antonio. Are you going to do that again today, Ryan?
I'm not so sure. I don't know. I'm guessing Spencer's a better player than Mikel. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
Okay, thanks very much, Ryan. Cheers. Those are the thoughts of Ryan Sessegnon, Smithy.
Yeah, both players looking very competitive. Very much looking forward to this first one. And as well as Joe and myself, I'm very pleased to say that we will be joined by Brandon Smith and Richard Buckley, two men that have commentated on an array of FIFA tournaments from all over the world for many years now. Guys, great to have you involved. Brandon, how much are you looking forward to this event? It's set to be a very exciting week of FIFA.
Yeah, it should be an amazing 5 days, Smithy. I think me and Richard got to watch the last EPL Invitational. And of course, we saw Jota win there of Wolverhampton Wanderers. No one knew who was going to win the first EPL Invitational. And to be honest, looking at the list of players for this one, no one knows who's going to win this one either. But we're so excited to be involved. And we can't wait for the games to get going today.
Richard, we spoke earlier, myself and Joe. It's tough to call it a favourite for this. We heard Spencer there being very modest about his own ability, despite the fact many people put him down as favourite. How do you see this one going? It's quite hard to predict, isn't it?
Well, you talked about round one, Smithy. I'm going to drop a little bit of Richard Buckley knowledge for you. In the Stay and Play Cup, another tournament that ran recently, the 4 players in round one who played on the first day to sort of qualify into round 16 were the 4 semi-finalists on the final day. I think one of these players that we're going to today playing is going to win the tournament. That's my prediction.
Oh, wow. I like that. I like that me and Joe sort of sat on the fence. Richard straight in there. I'm pleased to say we are almost ready to go for our games. So let's hand over to our casters. It's West Ham against Spurs with Brandon Smith and Richard Buckley.
Thank you very much, Smithy. And here we go in the first game of the EPL Invitational. We'll see a London derby. West Ham up against Tottenham Hotspur. Spencer Owen representing West Ham, and hopefully he will be the man to take West Ham past the first round, because if you cast your mind back to the first EPL Invitational, unfortunately it was West Ham that did fall in the first round, and it was Ryan Fredericks that was representing the Hammers back then, Richard. Spencer, certainly a player that has got a lot of experience on the sticks, isn't he?
Absolutely, yeah. He's previously beaten a world champion, Brandon, in Alfonso Ramos, so pressure shouldn't really be something that affects him. Ryan Sessegnon, we've seen playing in isolation as well. We saw him in the Football's Staying Home tournament where he made a semi-final. So both of these two players, comfortable on the sticks, happy to play FIFA. Before the game, our sort of eavesdropping in a conversation, Ryan Sessegnon saying 22 wins average weekend league, so a very comfortable player on FIFA. And it could be an early goal for Ryan Sessegnon. Hits the post, first 7 minutes. Spencer under pressure.
Yeah, it's not over yet, is it? The attack still is there for another shot comes in. It's blocked away and still in possession of Spurs. I heard Ryan Sessegnon as well mention, I can play a handful of different ways. I can be defensive, I can possession for a long time as well. Back to goal, Ryan Sessegnon to get this tournament underway with the first goal as well. And I'm not just going to say this, Richard. I generally think this will be our best competitive game we will see today. 2 players, as you mentioned, about Ryan Sessegnon's ability on Ultimate Team. Spencer as well. He's an elite player. If you don't know that in the world of FIFA, the man can hit 23 wins out of 30, even more than that on the weekend league. So just keep an eye, just keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah, extremely impressive. I think the main thing with the 85 rated game mode, the skill moves are all at 3-star, but the weak foot transfers across. So the players and the teams that have got better weak foots, that have players with that 5-star weak foot potential, somebody like a Heung-min Son or a Kevin De Bruyne, for example, they are in such high value in the 85 game mode, I should say. Great strike there from Lanzini, stinging the hands of the goalkeeper early doors. But competitive game, I think I would probably agree with you, Brandon. Something very rarely on the commentary booth, but I would agree with you. This could be our most competitive game today.
I think it can be indeed. If you have just joined us for the EPL Invitational, a 5-day FIFA 20 tournament, of course, with
you're not going to play like this, are you, Ryan? If you can hear
Premier
me,
League players
around the back like a little mug. Come on, come at me.
Fighting talk already. Something that Ryan was used to with the England Stay-at-Home Cup, as you alluded to. Richard, he got past the round of 16 there, then the quarter-final, did fall in the semi-finals to Jadon Sancho. Is Spencer there, but he's gone into a drag back that I don't think he wanted to go into.
Yeah, a little bit needless drag back there inside the box. He could have continued through that space with a jetty. There's one thing about Spencer, and it's that fighting talk. If there's anybody that you're going to play against FIFA in a one-on-one game, the fighting talk, it can get inside your head very well. I've experienced it firsthand.
Here
we go, Lanzini, a bit of magic from you.
Hammers a legend. Lanzini on the edge of the box, the Argentine. Can he get past? Davinson Sanchez, unfortunately not there.
Here we go. Right, here's the thing about Sessegnon, I'll tell you right now. He's a good attacker. I'm a little bit worried about him going forward, but he can't defend at all.
Anything to say on
that,
No
reply whatsoever from Sessegnon.
See ya. Oh, the extra pass.
Can he break him down? He went back inside.
It's a bit laggy, my end. I'm not going to lie to you, boys.
If it did.
I'm lagging as well.
27 minutes in. Couple of
back
excuses
inside. That could have been a chance for West Ham. Lanzini on the edge of the box. Can he get the shot away? And it's a fantastic save from Hugo Lloris. As we said, this is all being done remote. Everyone is in their own homes, so if there is a few connection problems, it is expected.
Corner, Jetty. It's your moment! Oh, no.
Unfortunately, not the moment he was waiting for. Just into the hands of Lloris. It was a simple finish, too simple. Third gone in this game. Ryan Sessegnon of Spurs does lead by a goal to nil. This is round one, remember. So whoever wins this will go into the round of 16 and will go up against Norwich City, and that'll be Max Aarons.
I don't know if you noticed, Brandon, but as soon as the game's got a little bit more vocal, it's been pretty much West Ham on top. Ryan struggling to get out and struggling to create chances. In the first, 6, 7, 8, 9 minutes, Ryan Sessegnon, cool under pressure, looked very comfortable on the ball.
Get it. Good, Bowen.
Captivating game right here.
Come on then.
Love the way as well. Mark Noble is in the centre of midfield there for West Ham. We just saw Ryan Sessegnon get an inch closer to the TV as well. It's all business here.
Win it. Noble into a Jetty. How do you fancy it?
Here is Mark Noble.
No, he doesn't fancy it.
It's the goal. What can he do?
Ryan, your hands getting a bit sweaty, are they, Ryan? I can see you.
They are.
Inside. Yeah, come on. Lay it back.
Bit of magic. Over the cross. Play short. A Jetty.
No one wants it today.
Into Felipe Anderson, but just too many white shirts back there. And if you look at the minimap, potential counter-attack here. Harry Kane bringing the ball out wide, pulling a few players out of position.
Pace.
We talked about Son's influence on the 85 rated game ball, Brandon.
See ya. No way has that gone through there. Thank you.
Here he is now. Chance still. Defended in the end by West Ham. Just 5 minutes before we go into that first half interval. There will be a chance, maybe one more chance. Lanzini with it. And once again, it's Davinson Sanchez who feels like he's doing everyone's job at the back there. He's been making tackle after tackle, interception after interception in this game already.
Yeah, he's been a wall, hasn't he, Davinson Sanchez, in this first half. Whenever there's a chance, it seems to be Davinson in the way.
Yeah, he's been a bit good, to be fair. Jared Bowen. Play it. Hit it! The Argentinian! Come on!
Lanzini!
That's what we do.
And literally,
that's what we do.
On the stroke of half-time, the Hammers
Ryan
will respond. And it will be the Argentine with it. Lanzini with the goal. Spencer's over the moon. And as we expected, we have a game on our hands.
Fantastic play from Jared Bowen down that left-hand side there. Cuts it inside. Lanzini with the finish past the goalkeeper. And that will pretty much wrap us into half-time unless Ryan can create one more chance here. Just on the stroke of the referee's whistle.
Ooh, get off. What are you saying, Ryan? What are your half-time thoughts, mate?
I've been on the back foot for the whole half, to be fair. I can't get out my half. You're very good at manipulating the ball.
You're scaring me at the start, mate. You look. I can't let you get through the box. You look a bit deadly.
I need to go up another gear now. Do something. Change this.
Ryan, what changes are you making here then? Just talk the people through what changes you're making against Spencer.
Yeah, talk me through them as well, please, Ryan.
I'm putting on Lucas Moura taking off Steven Bergwijn purely for a bit more direct play, I think.
And Spencer, we heard you very vocal there throughout the game. You said that Ryan can't defend at all. Got a goal back right on half time. Second half, do you think you're going to take it?
It's very tight. I need to limit his chances because I think he looks very good in around the box, to be fair to him. It's usually that way in FIFA. No one can defend. I can't really defend either. But we'll see what happens, boys. It's up for grabs. But if we win it, it's going to be fireworks.
There we
You heard it there.
go, Rich.
From Spencer Owen. Promises fireworks if West Ham
Not literally.
Can get-
It'll be a health and safety. No.
over the line. As you said, Richard, it would be one step further for them as well. They fell in the round 1 last time out in the EPL Invitational. That was up against Burnley. See Dwight
What a ball
McNeil.
that is. Fredericks against his old club.
Fantastic pass outside
Good
the boot there for
Fabianski.
Harry Kane. Inside the box.
mean to
Looking
do
for that low-driven cross, though, across from Harry Kane.
Run.
Oh,
Oh, he's off. He's
intricate,
off.
you'd say, out the back from
Come
Spencer.
on, Felipe.
Looking for that long ball, but it's
I love
a
that
little bit
one.
hit and
Cheers,
hold
mate.
for me.
Wow.
Certainly, after the first 15 minutes where it was Ryan Sessegnon with all the
Felipe
chances,
Anderson.
West Ham have had all the possession.
Yeah, almost that early goal.
Oh, ref. Thank you. Finally.
From Ryan Sessegnon. He's not really
Oh,
up to that standard
No
since
way.
Brandon. I'm going to say direct
Thinking
shot.
What I should do here, you know, boys.
What can happen? 26 yards out. Aaron Creswell. Over the ball will be Anderson that will look to dummy it as well.
He's gone
We
to
see a
sleep,
direct
that
shot. We
ball.
are going to see Felipe Anderson. Oh, saw the idea. Fortunately, didn't see the finish.
One off the
Thanks,
training
coming
ground.
here.
From
So he's
the set
cooking,
piece.
fellas. Oh, you
Short
Felipe. You can
Corner,
get off
played
this
into the
pitch,
box.
mate.
Felipe Anderson. He's had 2 chances in 2
Felipe
minutes, and
Anderson's
it
not
should be a
turned
goal
up
from at
at
least
all.
one of them.
Prove me
That
wrong,
second one,
Felipe.
Richard. That second one had to be a goal. Felipe
Mark
Anderson.
Knows. Someone.
Here's a chance now. Mark Noble of all people.
Has to be a cutback. Has to be a cutback. Mark Noble
Hugo
inside the
Lloris.
box there.
Take a bow, son. It's the Hugo Lloris show at the moment. Felipe. Game's still going. Do you want me to pause it?
We are experiencing a couple of technical difficulties here, but we're going to live the game through Spencer and Ryan's face cams.
This is my moment to shine, boys. The live commentary is back. Lanzini.
I can just see Spencer.
Oh,
doing some
Lanzini's
sort of
causing all
provocative
kinds of
attack now.
problems, fellas.
Can we have some radio commentary? Someone provide it, Spencer.
I'm not even getting paid for this. Here we go. Commentary
where's the ball?
and hopefully a match-winning performance. He's got the ball right now. I need to shut up a little bit, to be honest. Harry Kane's in dangerous territory. Oh, no. We've got it back. Don't worry. Everyone, West Ham fans in the chat, relax. Oh, these boys are playing with fire at the back. I made a huge mistake. Oh, that's absolute nonsense, Ryan.
Oh, no. And by the looks of it,
I've made a huge
Ryan
mistake.
Sessegnon has
Ryan,
just
what
gone
was the goal
2 and up.
you can't give Harry Kane that type of space.
I've literally passed it to him in my own box.
What's the
I was
minute?
getting cocky, I'll be honest. I got cocky. Oh, do you want me to pause it or what? Try and get this footage back, or should I keep playing?
If we can pause it, if possible.
Yeah, you can pause it for a bit. I'll look at substitutes while I'm at it, because that was a killer blow. Can't believe I just conceded that. Ryan knows he's playing on borrowed time right now. He knows. Look at his face. He knows. Looking at the camera. What's going on here, boys?
Oh, I've been outplayed. I can't lie.
Thing is, what's amazing for you with Harry Kane is because you've only got 85 rated Harry Kane. You're still shooting like Harry Kane normally does. You're really good. You're really good at it.
Yeah.
So for those watching at home, we are experiencing some technical difficulties. And just to reiterate what the casters were saying during the game, everyone is doing this remotely from home. Big production to bring you this. This is, of course, our first game, day 1, round 1 match, West Ham, Spencer Owen against Ryan Sessegnon of Spurs. 1-1 at the half-time stage, as we saw. 2-1, Spurs have just taken the lead. So Spencer, for those that missed it, can you just explain what happened for Harry Kane to score that goal? Because you said it was a bit of fault on your part, so just explain that goal to us.
2 seconds. Ryan, can you pause it again, mate? because I've got to try and do this thingy again. I'll have to kick it out. The game's just got underway again. Let me just... You get it back to me, yeah? I'll go.
Yeah.
I'll run it out.
I'll give it back.
Cheers, mate. I'm trying to get this share play up for you, Smithy. Yeah, basically, I was getting cocky, as I always do, and I had a mare at the back, and I basically gave it straight to Harry Kane in the box. And then Ryan, in fairness to him, smashed it top corner of Harry Kane, and I'm pretty much demotivated, demoralised, and depressed right now.
And Ryan, you said to Spencer, don't give Harry Kane that type of room. He's clinical, he's lethal in everything he does, Harry Kane, isn't he?
Yeah. In real life, on the game, everything he does is to 100%. And yeah, his finishing's is a joke, to be fair. And if you give him that type of space, he'll punish you. That's what he did.
And just on that, give us an insight on what he's like to play with in real life as well. You said it in real life, he's like that. So many players talk him up and say he's like the ultimate pro. He's training. What's he like to train with day to day? And as a young player coming into Spurs, what have you learned from Harry Kane this season?
Yeah, I've learned a lot, to be fair. He's just a professional, you know. He does everything right. As a young player coming to a squad like this, you just try to follow what he does because he's so professional. And yeah, he's one of the
Right,
best.
going to get back to me, mate. The clock's ticking, pal.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate, to interrupt, but the clock's ticking. I need this time. I'll go back to my defender if you just get back. Yeah, good lad. Cheers, bud. Right, ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. We're back in. I don't know if you guys can see us, but I've restarted the share play thing. We're back in. Okay. Meanwhile, I'm just going to quickly score a goal. Felipe Anderson, you've got a big 5 minutes ahead of you, pal, because you've been pretty toilet so far. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yes, just for everyone watching at home, we're unable to see the actual gameplay at the minute. Obviously, you're watching Spencer and Ryan. Another big moment in the game.
Hit the bloody post, boys. I think I can say that word on Sky. Oh, Lanzini. Hit it! Lloris, get out of my life! Boys, I'm all over him like a box of smashed crabs. A jetty! Ryan, how have I not scored there? What's going on? What cheat code have you put in? Up, down, left, right circle. Dropped a tank in the middle of the pitch like GTA. I mean, you just get the people at home just get to watch me lose my head now, basically, for the next 20 minutes rather than actually any FIFA. So,
yeah, just to confirm, Spencer, that is exactly what we are watching right now. Having a few technical difficulties, so unfortunately, we are working very hard to give you the gameplay back. I'm told it is just moments away. You can see Ryan and Spencer in body language now. It is 2-1 to Spurs currently. Kane with both goals. Lanzini with the goal for West Ham.
No way he's scoring that.
Underway in the second half. And there's another goal.
What tactics have you got on? Harry Kane suddenly got 95 pace. He's played one of the best attacking FIFA that's ever been seen right now. Unbelievable. I'm 3-1 down, boys. Son's just scored a tackle after Harry Kane shot from like 20-degree angle.
Ryan, unfortunately, we missed it. So, Ryan, can you talk us through that goal? The goal that put you 3-1 up. Talk us through it.
So, I was getting peppered in my own box. Lloris has made a great save. He's hit the post. He's gone on to the other end. I played a through ball into Harry Kane's path. He's running onto it. And I've shot across goal. His keeper's parried it and Son's in the box and he's tapped in.
Yeah, as I said, we are working to bring you back the game footage. It is moments away. It's now 3-1 Spurs. And this Spencer, before we lost the footage, obviously we haven't seen from the last 2 goals onwards, you look to be coming right back into it. But a bad last few minutes for yourself there.
Don't want to talk about it, especially to be honest, mate. Yeah, it's bad, mate. It's real bad. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I can't even blame the players because we're the same rating, you know? Can I blame myself? Story of my FIFA career, to be honest. Loads of chances, no end product. Fair play to Ryan. He's taking his chances very, very well. It's not over. We believe in the dream. Sebastian Haller has got involved and he's lost the ball like an absolute mug.
Yeah, we've been told it's an issue with the PlayStation Network at the minute, which is why you cannot see the in-game footage. We are obviously bringing you this live, all from the comfort of our living rooms. You can see Spencer, you can see Ryan, but it's an issue with the network, which is why we can't see the action. As I said, it is 3-1 currently, and we're underway in the second half.
Ryan, I need to get your custom tactics going, mate. Whatever you've got on with Harry Kane's runs, it's frightening. My defence is stationary.
So
No, we've got it back. We've got to really score now, boys, if we've got any chance. And honestly, if we come back, it'll be one of the best comebacks since sliced bread.
Ryan, just give us an insight into how long's left in the game. So obviously we can't see it. How long have we got left in the match?
6 minutes left. 6 minutes left.
You must be feeling very confident now.
A little bit. Still not done though. Game's not finished.
He's 3-1 up and he's not confident. That tells you everything you need to know about how this game's gone, lads.
I've played enough FIFA to know that it's not over till it's over.
True. Never a true word spoken. He's defended very well in that instance there with Sanchez, to be fair. Very well indeed. Bowen, don't lose it for me. Cresswell, who wants it? Come on. Need a goal now, lads. Do it for Trevor Brooking. I want a penalty. Referee's unbelievable. Good, Cresswell. And again. Yes, let's go. Sanchez is a beast. Oh, it's over, boys. It's not over literally, but it's going to be over any second here. If you're going to shoot again from there? No way. Fabianski, get your crisp backet wrists out of my pitch. Not in real life, Fabianski. I love Fabianski in real life. Just saying that.
You do love Fabianski, Spencer. You speak very positive about him.
FIFA Fabianski's cost me there, though. He's put one straight in the path of Harry Kane at 2-1. Hugo Lloris, man of the match. Ryan, do you agree?
I agree.
I want Ryan Sessegnon to win this now, the whole thing.
It looks like that is the end of the match. It looks like that is. So, Ryan, can you confirm that is the end of the match? So obviously, we've had some technical difficulties. Is that the game done? Has the final whistle gone?
Yeah, the final whistle has gone. The game's on.
Shocking, boys. Okay,
it's a 3-1 victory. A lot of people had Spencer down as one of the favourites to win this whole tournament. We know he's a very accomplished FIFA player. You must be very happy with that first round victory, Ryan.
Yeah, I am, to be fair. And I know why people would have said that Spencer is one of the favourites, because he is. He's a very good player. He had
Can't defend.
Yeah, that is what it is. And if you look at the stats,
I've got them for you here, mate. I took a picture for the people at home.
Go on, Spence. Give us the stats, Spence. Go on. Reel them off.
Can you see that? Yeah, you can't see it. Yeah, shots, 11 to me, 7 to Ryan. And this isn't me reading the stats out like, Ryan's won. I can take it. I'm just giving the people what they need to know.
Yeah, context. Yeah.
11 shots to me, 7 to Ryan. 8 on target for me, 6 for Ryan. 57% possession for me, just saying. 7 tackles. Ryan made 9 tackles. He did make more tackles. He also made more fouls. Disgusting. I had 5 corners. He had no corners. He beat me on shot accuracy quite a lot. 72% to 85. My pass accuracy was 92. His was 81. So Lanzini got man of the match somehow. I don't know why. He couldn't hit a barn door. I know he got 1 goal, but I should have hit at least 17 barn doors that game.
Ryan, you've heard the stats there. We can confirm they are all correct. Spencer, there was right in those stats. What would you like to say, having heard those stats that Spencer just reeled out to you?
I got lucky, to be fair. He's hit the post twice. Hugo's played unbelievably well, and when I had the chances, I took them. And I guess in these type of tournaments, that's what you got to do. So yeah, I'll take it for now. But
fair play.
I need to improve.
Spence, need to improve. Okay, Spencer, what would you like to say to your victor, Ryan Sessegnon? Would you like to see him go on and win this so you can say you lost the winner? Obviously, a good player. What message do you have for Ryan Sessegnon now?
A few things to say. First of all, Ryan, I think he's been very gracious in victory there, and I appreciate it. I wish you the best moving forward, both for virtual FIFA and real football. Congratulations. Part of me wants him to win the whole thing because it means I lost to the winner. But there's 2 parts of me that don't want him to win the whole thing. One, if he does go win the whole thing, I feel like I should have won the whole thing because I've just battered him for 90 minutes. And secondly, it's Spurs. So let's remember that. It is Spurs after all. So I don't really mind. But Ryan, just good luck to you in life in general, pal. You're a lovely, lovely lad. Big fan of you as a player. And I mean, anyone that plays FIFA knows that can happen. If it was a 2-legged game, it could have been very different. But it is the format. I accepted it and I accept my defeat graciously. Good luck to you, Ryan.
Thank you, Spencer. Cheers. Thank you.
I've got to say, brilliantly gracious in victory from Ryan, brilliantly gracious in defeat, Spencer. 2 top men. Thank you very much for taking part in this, Spencer. Thank you, Ryan. We will see you soon for the next round. Great first game to kick us off with, and apologies for any technical difficulties that you did experience, Joe. But Spurs, advancing 3-1 winner in the local derby against West Ham, and Spencer is out, Joe.
Yeah, a little bit of a shock. Obviously, Spencer was playing his ability down a little bit, saying he shouldn't be favourite, but he was favourite coming into this, and Ryan Sessegnon progresses through now to face Max Aarons, and that is going to be one hell of a tie because those two are very, very accomplished FIFA players. Really, really exciting game. Didn't get to see an awful lot of it, but from judging from Spencer's reaction, it seemed like an exciting game, didn't it, Smith? We can see
Joe,
the head-to-head
you can give us the
now.
confirmation.
Yeah, here we are then. West Ham out at round number 1 for the second tournament in a row. Of course, Ryan Fredericks lost to Dwight McNeil in EPL 1, and today Spencer lost 3-1 to Tottenham Hotspur. Coming up as well, there's loads more action coming your way this afternoon. We've got Newcastle versus Manchester United. We're going to see Burnley against Arsenal, Leicester, Bournemouth, but you're also going to get to see Tony Bellew playing for Everton. You're going to get to see reigning champions Wolves, represented by Morgan Gibbs-White as well. We're going to see Billy Gilmore versus Andre Gray. There's so many big games coming your way. Next up for us today, though, you will be able to see Burnley against Arsenal. It will be Charlie Taylor, the player for Burnley, representing Michael Ward, the actor, and big Arsenal fan. That will be coming your way this afternoon. There we have it, Smithy. I'm buzzing already for the next game. Hopefully we get to see more of it. But if we do, I'm hoping for more goals because we've already seen 4 in the first game.
Yeah, we will do all our best to sort out the technical difficulties. A big game coming up, John. It's another tough one to call because we don't know much about either of these competitors, Burnley or Arsenal. So another very, very difficult one to call. But as we said, we will be back very shortly. It is Burnley against Arsenal back at 4 o'clock for our second game. Just a reminder, please stay home, stay safe and save lives. We will see you very shortly. Hello and welcome to the ePremier League Invitational. I'm Adam Smith and pleased to say I will be alongside Joe Tomlinson for the next 5 days as we look to find out who is the ultimate FIFA 20 player in the Premier League. All 20 Premier League clubs represented either by a current Premier League player, an ex-player or celebrity fan. We've got a BAFTA winner, we've got a world champion, we've got a World Cup winner amongst our fans, and we are on day one going into game 2. Joe, another 3 big matches to look forward to today.
Yeah, 3 big matches. We've already seen our first game feature 4 goals, so hopefully we get lots more entertainment just like that. A reminder though, for everybody watching, please do stay at home and help save lives. It's very important right now. Also, the prize fund for this ePremier League Invitational tournament is being donated to the Players Together initiative. Let's have a look then what's coming your way this afternoon. Next up, it's a big one. Burnley versus Arsenal. Charlie Taylor against Michael Ward. Following that, you're going to see Newcastle against Manchester United. It's Rolando Aarons against England cricket star Jofra Archer. And the final game coming your way today is Leicester City versus Bournemouth. 2 brilliant Premier League footballers, James Maddison going head-to-head with Callum Wilson. We can see the draw in full then. We just saw Spencer Owen get knocked out. And progressing through, Ryan Sessegnon will go to play Max Aarons. In this game then, Charlie Taylor versus Michael Ward, the winner of which will play Phil Foden on this side of the draw. If they get through that one, they'll have to play either Jose Enrique or Keenan Davis. So tough ties coming this way today, Smithy. But for the people that are just joining us, do you want to take us through the rules?
Yeah, these are the all-important rules that you do need to be aware of for the EPL Invitational. It is a straight knockout tournament. You lose 1 game and bye-bye, you are out. It is as simple as that. Just 1 game per round. And as we said, every Premier League club represented either by a player from their squad, an ex-player or a celebrity fan. And we've got a great mix of personnel in this tournament. The all-important in-game rules are as follows. 2 6-minute halves, and in the event of a draw, golden goal used to determine the winner. You may think that's rare, but we saw it in the final last time, and 85-rated Premier League squads in kick-off mode. So, Joe, we're about to look ahead to Game 2, but we've got to reflect on Game 1. Just like we said in the first EPL Invitation, which was only 2 weeks ago, we spoke about Todd Cantwell being the favourite out in his first game. Spencer Owen, many people's favourite going into this, once again, out in his very first game.
Yeah, Ryan Sessegnon looks a really good player, though. It was an extremely close game, wasn't it? It could have gone either way, but Ryan did take it. We've seen him play FIFA in the past. He's obviously an accomplished name. He is going to have to play Max Aarons, though, in the next round, who is also an accomplished FIFA player, so I'm really looking forward to that one. But this game coming right now, 2 totally unknown quantities in Charlie Taylor and Michael Ward. We don't know how good they are at FIFA, and last tournament, some of the best players turned out to be players we had no clue about their FIFA ability. Look at Andre Gomez. He won 8-0 against Reece James. We didn't even know if he played FIFA before, Smithy.
Yeah, it's a very good point. You mentioned the players. You mentioned them being unknown quantities, and I'm pleased to say they join us now. So I'm going to chat to Charlie Taylor first. Charlie, how much are you looking forward to representing Burnley in this tournament?
Yeah, it should be good fun. Obviously, like you say, it's raising money for charity, but having a laugh at the same time.
Now, obviously, in the first tournament, Burnley did very well in this. Dwight McNeil got all the way to the semi-final and lost to the eventual winner, Diogo Jota. Did you watch much of that? And have you spoken to Dwight McNeil? Any tips he's given you? Because he was very good in the first EPL Invitational.
Yeah, no, I didn't personally watch it, but I spoke to Dwight since, and yeah, he did well. But I expected him to. He's never off it, so yeah.
And how do you compare? How do the styles compare and ability level compare between you and Dwight?
I don't think we've actually ever played, but yeah, I'm sure he'd batter me. Yeah, he's. I think he just lives. He lives for FIFA. He goes training and he goes home and plays FIFA. So yeah, to be fair, I expected him to win it.
Did you? Okay, there we go. So, well, best of luck, Charlie, anyway. First round matchup coming up against your opponent. So those are the thoughts of Charlie going into our next game, Joe.
And now we have the thoughts of Michael Ward representing Arsenal today. Michael, you're a big Arsenal fan. Tell us how much you love the club and how proud you are to represent them today.
Man, yeah, I feel like I feel like I'm about to actually represent them on the pitch. This is like a childhood dream come true, bro. It's crazy. I've got my Arsenal top on and, you know, the setup is ready. I'm a bit nervous and that, but, you know, I'm just happy to be able to do this for charity first and foremost, but also to just have a bit of fun and get to represent a club that, you know, I thought I was going to represent on the real stage. Yeah, man. It's a blessing.
So obviously you're not represented on the real stage, but the next best thing, FIFA. How good are you at FIFA? What can we expect from you today?
Listen, I don't really talk too much, man. Let's just get into the game. I'm about to show you. See me? This is what we do. We just rather show than speak on how good we are. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm about to do today, man. This is going to be fun. I hope Charlie can keep up, though, man.
Last time we saw Josh Franceschi representing Arsenal crash out at the last 16. Where are you aiming to go in this tournament? How far?
As far as I can go, baby. I know. Listen, I just need to. I take things once. I live in the moment, man. I win this, and then we go on to the next one. Analyze the opponent, win that. You know what I'm trying to say. So hopefully, you know, we go right to the end. But you never know with football, let alone FIFA. So yeah, man, I'm just gonna enjoy it and do the best that I can.
And who are your danger men going to be today for Arsenal? Who can we expect to see scoring the goals?
Right now, the way it's set up, yeah. See, this is Charlie listening. It's Charlie listening. I told him to.
Don't give him too many
tips.
Man.
I'm not saying nothing. They'll see what's going on.
There we go then, Smithy. This is going to be a competitive one, I can already tell.
Like that, Joe. Michael feeling very confident going into this. I think he's going to have a little bit in his locker. And Charlie also saying how good Dwight was as well. Not played him at FIFA, which is interesting. I'm very pleased to say that as well as Joe and myself, we will be joined throughout these 5 days by Brandon Smith and Richard Buckley. Brandon, we saw a great game in game one. The favourite, many people's favourite, Spencer out. And something tells me that this is going to be an entertaining game, this one.
Yeah, it certainly is indeed. I think the key thing on this one, Smith, is that there's a bit of revenge for Arsenal. If you look back to the first ePL Invitational, these two matched in the round of 16, and it was obviously Dwight McNeil at the time for Burnley that got the win and made a semi-final. Can Arsenal this time get their revenge? That's the question.
Well, we are ready to go. It is game two. It is Burnley against Arsenal. Brandon Smith and Richard Buckley, take it away, game two.
Thank you very much, Smith. Here we go then, Richard. Our second game of today. It'll be round one fixtures, as we know, in the first day of 5. You have to find out who will beat the 4 teams joining the 12 already in that round of 16 bracket.
Come on,
and Michael sounds excited. Just an Arsenal fan, a massive FIFA fan as well, up against Charlie Taylor. And we are underway, but as I was alluding to, Richard, these two did play in the last EPL Invitational, and it was Burnley that picked up that win in the round of 16.
I think we're going to get a different result, Brandon. Just on the Michael Ward, I don't think I've ever seen anybody more up for a FIFA match than this man right here. He is composed, he is in the zone, he's got the lean forward, he's got the hat on, he's ready to go.
As we said, just one-legged game of FIFA. If you have just joined us, you would have maybe missed Tottenham Hotspur when in their first game. It's knocking out West Ham, back-to-back round one exits, unfortunately, for the Hammers. But Ryan Sessegnon and Spurs into that round of 60. Now it's time for their rivals in Arsenal to go up against Burnley's Charlie Taylor. And if anything, Richard, Charlie Taylor have quite a lot of pressure on his shoulders because Dwight McNeil had a fantastic outing last time round.
Absolutely. He was one of the star performers in the EPL Invitational, was McNeil. You heard Charlie Taylor in the sort of pre-game preview of the match saying, you know, I don't play as much FIFA as McNeil, but you're always going to back yourself. You're a professional in whatever you do, whether it's acting, boxing, football. You always back yourself, and he's going to take the lead here. Jack Cork, bodies on the line for Arsenal. Pretty early pressure here at Turf Moor under Michael Ward's defence.
Here come Arsenal now. Mesut Ozil with it into Lacazette. Puzzling back up with the German, but unfortunately no way through in the end. And these two neck and neck in the Premier League table. So Arsenal in 9th, Burnley in 10th. And the last time they did play, Charlie Taylor was involved in that game, a 0-0 draw. There's a chance back inside. How's that being cleared off the line? And Charlie Taylor asking all the questions so far. How's he not 1-0 up in this game?
How? How has that not gone in? Bodies on the line defending. I'll tell you what, this is all Burnley in this opening 15 minutes. The cutback, I tell you what, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. He didn't talk a big game, did Charlie Taylor, but opening stages, he's been, got to say, the more dominant player.
As expected, he is in the team in at left back for Burnley. He's just pressing the ball down. Unfortunately, couldn't get the tackle away. Still in possession is Arsenal. And of course, if there's Arsenal fans out there thinking, who is Michael Ward-Richard? Maybe you've got some information on the man.
Actor, BAFTA winner as well. He's one of the real rising stars in acting, only 21 years old. Name on your screens, but he's 1-0 down, Brandon. You can be as good an actor as you want, but you're 1-0 down to Charlie Taylor.
And Charlie.
Where's the confidence gone?
Listen, don't worry, man. Don't worry. Still early days.
Early days indeed. 23 minutes on the clock. Charlie Taylor in front. Chris Wood with the goal. Quite a routine finesse into the right bottom corner. To be fair, Richard, Burnley have been on top. They've looked the best side out of the two in these first 25 minutes or so. They're looking for a second already. Dwight McNeil into the box. It will go. Chris Wood's there. Far as the edge of the box. Back to Jack Clark, and he just can't find the back of the net.
All the danger is coming from the wide areas, Brandon. I think I saw a 4-4-1-1. With the 4-4-1-1 or a 4-2-3-1 for Charlie Taylor. The formation's flashed up very, very quickly, but it's out wide in the areas and then coming infield with the wide plays. Look, all that space out wide. Jack Clark spreading it again. McNeil, he's getting so much space on the flanks and it's getting worked into the box.
Ow. Another chance. How was that not in off the post? It looked like it was a scissor kick of anything from Chris Wood. And Charlie must be thinking, how am I not 2-0, 3-0 up in this game? Michael Ward hanging in to this game. 30 minutes gone, a third of it played. Remember, it's the best of one, so that first goal is so important. Guendouzi. Can he find that one more pass back to Guendouzi? What a fantastic save from Nick Pope. Not once, but twice. End-to-end FIFA 20 action so far in this game.
This is exactly what we want to see. Players enjoying themselves, playing FIFA, all for a good cause. However, neither of them wanted to lose. I think that's evident to see. The emotions not yet really wild, but I'm sure there will be. David Luiz way out of position.
It's a tackle that had to be made right.
No way. No way.
Well defended. That's Ben Mee at the back.
No, that one.
I'm telling you, Brandon, I'm very, very impressed by Charlie Taylor so far. Defensively, he's looked pretty comfortable. I'm not going to lie. He's tracking back with his midfielders. He's not pulling players out of position. There's certainly, I feel like he was a little bit coy in his preview. Didn't bring himself up whatsoever.
I mean, it's the best way to do it. But there's no expectations on your back. Remember that these two did play in the last ePL Invitational that took place about 2 weeks ago, and it was in the round of 16. Of course, it was Josh Franceschi at the time from Yumi at 6, representing Arsenal, and it was Dwight McNeil, who's actually on the left-hand side of this Burnley team at the moment. He had a fantastic run in the tournament, made it to the semi-finals. Charlie Taylor now to fill those boots and maybe go one step further into the final. At the moment, does lead by a goal to nil. Just 42 minutes gone. In this game, there will be one more chance, plus additional time. Patient build-up. Guendouzi back to Mesut Ozil.
No!
Are
you mad?
The goal.
Look at me, Sonny. Look at me, Sonny. Yeah.
Alexander Lacazette. What a finish that is. Just on the stroke
Come
of half-time.
on, boys.
I'm telling you what it was. It was a hat. He flipped the hat backwards, scored the goal. Get the hat flipped.
I'm coming like Ash. I'm coming like Ash. No.
Fantastic stuff. I mean, they haven't shown us too much Arsenal in this game, but they only needed one chance, and it was Lacazette with the goal.
I'm trying to
tell you what, we might have one more chance at Chris Wood.
Having a
Stinging hands. Bernard Leno. Added time of 2 minutes has been played. It will be headed away. Referee, is that it for half time? And yes, it will be. 1-1 between Burnley and Arsenal here. Smithy, a fantastic first half so far.
Yes, let's hear from both players. Michael, big goal for you late on in the half and a lovely celebration as well. You're up for this, aren't you?
Listen, I'm. You know what it is? I'm competitive, man. I can't hide it. It's just part of me. And right now, the game's going well. You know, I know what's about to happen, Charlie. You know what I'm saying? You best just stay on your toes, mate.
Charlie, what have you got to say? He's still very confident, despite the fact that you took the lead. You had other chances as well to extend the lead, but Michael's still very confident. How do you assess it going into the second half?
Yeah, I've let him back into the game, haven't I? I've had so many chances there, I just haven't stuck them away. So, yeah, see what the second half brings.
You know what happens
Michael,
when that happens in real life, don't you, Charlie? You get punished, mate.
I know, mate.
Michael, are you worried by how many chances he had? Are you slightly concerned? You're still very confident, but he did have a lot of chances.
Do you know what it is? Don't worry about that. I was just getting, finding my feet. Sometimes it takes players a little bit of a while to find their feet within a game. And it doesn't really matter because right now, all that matters is the end result, right?
Okay, back to the second half. We are underway. Let's hand you back to our casters, Brandon Smith and Richard Buckley.
Here we go then, back underway in the second half. 1-1 on the scoreline between Burnley and Arsenal. Michael's saying the truth. All that matters is the scoreline, but for Charlie Taylor, Richard, he will be scratching his head. He had 3, 4, 5 chances another day. Could be leading at this point.
He'll be disappointed with how he let him back into the game, but on the overall sort of display of the performance, he'll be very impressed. A lot of chances created. Chris Wood here, little dink into the back post. How has that not gone in? Charlie Taylor will be scratching his head.
Here is Charlie Taylor now for him. Obviously from left back, very high up, and there could be a gap now on that left-hand side, which Arsenal will look to exploit. One thing that has surprised me, no Aubameyang in this starting line.
Oh. Looks like he's out
There's a
wide.
ball across the box. Lacazette.
Aubameyang. I think he's pushed out onto the left wing. Is Pierre-Emerick, and it's Lacazette through the middle.
What the?
Yeah, you will be right on that. My apologies. Formation where it looks like Ozil's just...
What you doing training, Charlie, yeah?
in that camera, Lacazette, the out-and-out striker.
It's funny, man. Yeah.
Got to sort of stress as well, Brandon. If we are drawing after full time, we'll go to goal. Chris Wood smashed past the goalkeeper. It's going to come on the rebound. And it's going to be Burnley leading 2-1 here. 2/3 of this game. Almost complete. On the rebound.
Who was it again? Richard? Chris Wood. He's been involved in everything going forward. And on the rebound, Jay Rodriguez was there just to tap it home. But Arsenal have come from behind once before. Let's not write off Michael Ward yet. He's been giving us all the entertainment so far in this game. Can he find an equaliser?
Tell you what, Ben Mee has been very impressive at the back. Similar to what we saw Davison Sanchez for Ryan Sessegnon in his first game up against West Ham. Ben Mee almost taking that centre-back presence and that role of the leader extremely well.
Let's not also forget as well, Richard, the winner of this game will go into a round of 16 tie up against Manchester City, and that'll be Phil Foden representing the Blues in that one. So certainly a tie to keep your eyes on. Whoever does win this game, that is, will go in today. Here's Lacazette. Another solid block. Burnley still in the lead. 2-1. A pause has been queued.
Yeah, these two, you would say, neck and neck in the table. Burnley in 10th, Arsenal in 9th, but it's Burnley on the virtual pitch, just edging it. 2-1 here. The pause queued. And changes needed to be made here in the last 20 minutes for Michael Ward.
You also said as well, Richard, that in the last EPL Invitational, it was Burnley that picked up a win against Arsenal in the round of 16. This time it's going to be in round 1. Is it another goal? And that's into the stand, unfortunately, from Chris Wood. Just got his lines caught up there. That right foot finesse going high and wide. And Charlie, talk to us now. You're 2 goals to 1 up with about 20 minutes left. What are you changing now? Are we going defensive, or are we just looking for a bit more energy going forward?
Just a few fresh legs, I think. Freshen it up. A few of the lads are they're out on the feet. They put a good shift in.
On the other side of that, Michael, is Aubameyang getting more of a central role, or is he going to be kept out wide?
Can you see what I'm doing in that?
We can't see. That's why I'm asking.
Good. Yeah, that is getting more central still. Yeah, man, I just got to come up with something different right now, man. Players are not really, you know what I'm saying?
The fact Richard Buckley's predicted that is something that I've never seen before. He just predicted what Michael's changes are going to be there. We haven't got too long left in this game. 20 minutes left. Charlie Taylor very happy with the performance from his Burnley side so far. It'll be Aaron Lennon that will come on, and Ashley Barnes.
One second.
Another pause cued. Of course, we can't see Arsenal's point of view here. We can see Burnley's. It will just be those 2 changes, as we said. Ashley Barnes and Aaron Lennon, just to inject that pace on the right-hand side. Michael, don't worry. You've got all the time in the world. You make as many changes as you want.
Don't say it like that. You just didn't say it. No.
Charlie, have you been impressed so far?
How would
you assess your performance? How would you assess your performance so far?
About 10 seconds.
Yeah, I've been all right. Just steady. Had chances, but so's Mike. So yeah, I'm just happy to be 2-1 up at the minute.
I think you've created a lot. You've certainly created a lot of chances, Charlie. Have you? I know Burnley have got a few professional FIFA players. Have you had any practice with those guys, or?
No, I actually haven't. No, I didn't take them up on the offer. The offer to, but I've just not had a chance. No.
Well, the changes have been made. It looks like, as we said, we've seen the Burnley changes. We'll have a look at those Arsenal changes in a second. I think I saw Martinelli. That will be correct. He will be coming on for Lacazette, the player that did score Arsenal's only goal. And Richard, 20 minutes left. Anything can happen in FIFA, but will anything happen in this game?
Yeah, Aubameyang played into that more central role. It looks like fresh legs out wide, as you mentioned, in Martinelli. Just getting anything new onto the pitch, anything with an injection of pace, is sort of essential in the 85 rated game mode as well. All the players have the same stats in the positions, so just getting players that are willing to run in behind is essential. As Aubameyang there.
Oh my God.
Really?
I'm telling you, I ain't
fix it past the goalkeeper.
No.
Nick Pope, a man that his rating might not always be the strongest, but he's had a handful of special items on FIFA Ultimate Team, which just makes him insane. Of course, this is head-to-head, so both teams are fair. Goalkeepers are the same rated for each side. Here is Charlie Taylor on the ball now into Dwight McNeil, the player that did represent Burnley last time out. Made a semi-final in the last EPL Invitational. Charlie Taylor 10 minutes away from booking up a round of 16 tie up against Manchester City and Phil Foden.
What a FIFA left to be played though, Brandon.
Look at that run on the far-hand side, Richard. Can he find Pepe? Pepe was up in the air once again. Charlie Taylor was back to defend.
Right idea. Just maybe a fraction rushed in the final third. I think Charlie Taylor, certainly the player, just keeping his cool a little bit more in these final 10 minutes. So he's not rushing anything on the edge of the box. Westwood there. Looking to get a shot away, but runs into David Luiz.
Game management is key. 5 minutes left. Arsenal will break away again. If we do go to a draw in this game, or it does finish 2-2, we'll be going to golden goal. Aubameyang over the top. Aubameyang still with it. Aubameyang with the chance. He runs straight to Ben Mee. Nick Pope's off his line. And Ben Mee, the hero that you've been talking about all game long, will come to save the day again for Burnley.
Saving Burnley from a golden goal situation. Last kick pretty much of the game. There's going to be one final chance here for Michael Ward. Has to play his cards right.
Martinelli, fresh off the bench, back to Aubameyang. Ozil, what can he do? Give it back to Martinelli. Just too wide. Can he get it back over? Well defended. Added time of 2 minutes. Should be up. Looks like it will be up as well. Burnley doing the double on Arsenal in the EPL Invitational. And they will go into the round of 16 up against Manchester City. Charlie Taylor with that win. One more goal maybe to finalise it. Fantastic save from Leno. And there goes the full-time whistle. Commiserations to Michael Ward and Arsenal. But it will be Charlie Taylor into the round of 16. Congratulations, my friend.
Good game, Charlie, man.
Yeah, good game. Yeah.
For real, man. Good game, G. I can't believe this. I can't, nah. You know what it is, guys? If I'm being honest, I've just been working on my craft lately. I haven't really had much time to be playing games. So, you know, we take that one on the chin and we go into the next one. No. I can't believe it.
Oh, it really hurts. Get chances, all you know. Oh,
but that final chance.
It was good defense.
Charlie, talk to us about how you're feeling after that one then. You must be pretty happy to go through that round.
Yeah, obviously, yeah, it's good to win. Good defensive shift from the lads, and just got the 2 goals and defended well.
You talked about the defensive aspect of your game, but you also created so many chances in that game. You must have been pretty happy with your attacking. Next time, you just need to finish them off.
Yeah, I need to work on my finishing, don't I? I was a bit sloppy. Could have got a few more, but I'm pleased to get the win and see what the next round brings.
Michael, you seem pretty frustrated. How are you feeling right now?
I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed, man. I can't believe I've lost. I actually cannot believe I lost. I feel like I've let down the whole of the Arsenal community. This is embarrassing, right? Oh my days! I don't even want to go look at my phone now.
Are you regretting playing Aubameyang out wide right now rather than through the middle?
Yeah, man, so much. And just my form. Do you know what it is? Yeah, I should have just used a different formation from the get-go, man. Definitely.
Do you think your friends?
But you know what? We live and we learn, right?
Do you think you're going to be hearing it from the Arsenal fans on social media?
I don't even want to check my social media. I don't want to do it.
And then do you have a message for Charlie going into the next round?
Yeah, man. Good luck, man. I asked my boy Rian how good Foden is because I literally thought this was going to be an easy game, and and he said Foden's pretty good. So yeah, man, you're going to need the luck, mate, and I hope you win and go the distance. At least if you win, I won't feel so bad. You know what I'm trying to say? But
yeah,
you know, congrats, man.
Nah, cheers, appreciate it, man.
Bless, man. Thank you so much, man, for allowing me to take part in this and to finally get to represent my team, Arsenal, you know. But yeah, next time, I guess. Next time.
Yeah, been a pleasure having both of you. Congratulations, Charlie. We'll see you soon. Commiserations to you, Michael. Unfortunately, Arsenal crash out before the round of 16, Smithy.
How good was Michael Ward there in his post-match, and how entertaining was he? We know that he's a top actor, but really entertaining. Great to have Michael involved. But his journey is over, and once again, Arsenal losing to Burnley. They just can't seem to get the better of Burnley in this tournament. Burnley knocking out Arsenal in the first EPL Invitational. And Joe, I liked what you said there about already asking Rian about Phil Foden. He was that confident going into this game. He was already looking ahead. But once again, another player that we underestimated.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of complacency. You know, we saw Aubameyang played out wide right, which was now looking back at maybe a poor decision, having to play Alexander Lacazette through the middle, and maybe it bit Michael Ward a little bit. But let's take nothing away from Charlie Taylor. Fantastic performance at both ends of the pitch. We heard Brandon and Rich in commentary talking about how brilliant Ben Mee was in that game. And I thought the Burnley forward line was really good as well. Created so many chances. The Arsenal goalkeeper and the post kept them in the game at the end of it.
Yeah, and of course, the winner of that match, as he alluded to there, which was Charlie, will play Phil Foden. And Phil Foden, Joe, is another player that a lot of people are talking up. We've seen Phil Foden on his social media, playing a lot of FIFA. We've seen him involved in other FIFA tournaments. So that's going to be a tough game to call as well.
Yeah, very tough game to call. I mean, Phil Foden obviously has quite a lot of pedigree coming into it. We heard Michael Ward say that he'd spoken to Rhian Brewster, and Rhian Brewster had already told him that Phil Foden was a very good player. But nevertheless, we now have confirmation that Charlie Taylor has beaten Michael Ward 2-1 as Burnley progress past Arsenal, and they will face Manchester City at the last 16 round. A reminder that we do have plenty more big games coming your way this afternoon as well. You've still got Newcastle versus Manchester United, a clash of two of the Premier League's most historic sides. It will see Rolando Aarons go up against England cricket sensation Jofra Archer. That'll be coming your way at 5 p.m, so not too long away, Smithy.
Yeah, so that is it for game 2. And as you said, Newcastle against Man United, another fixture down the line that's produced some memorable moments in Premier League history. Rolando Aarons for Newcastle and Jofra Archer must be used to pressure. He bowled a super over in a World Cup winning final, Joe, that we both remember vividly. So that is our next game. It is at 5 o'clock. Don't go anywhere. Remember, stay home, save lives. We will see you at 5 o'clock for that one. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome to the ePremier League Invitational. I'm Adam Smith and pleased to say that I will be alongside Joe Tomlinson as we look to find out who is the ultimate FIFA player in the Premier League. All 20 Premier League clubs represented either by a player from their squad, an ex-player or a celebrity. But on day one of the 5-day tournament, about to go into match 3 and a big game ahead. 2 heavyweights of the Premier League, Joe.
Yeah, 2 massive teams in Premier League history are about to do battle. We've seen 7 goals already in the first 2 games. But a reminder for everybody watching, please do stay home and help save lives. The prize fund from this ePremier League Invitational tournament is being donated to the Players Together initiative too. So let's have a look at this game. The 2 massive Premier League sides going head-to-head are Newcastle and Manchester United. It's going to see current player Rolando Aarons taking on Jofra Archer, England cricket superstar. After that, we're going to see 2 of the Premier League's best players, James Maddison and Callum Wilson, doing battle as Leicester take on Bournemouth. We can see the draw, though, in full. And this side of the draw has already seen Tottenham progress in the form of Ryan Sessegnon to take on Max Aarons. And then we're going to see Newcastle and Manchester United do battle in just a moment. The winner of that will face John Egan of Sheffield United. If they go through that round, they'll have to face current reigning champions Wolverhampton Wanderers in the form of Morgan Gibbs-White or Brighton's Aaron Connolly. So there we have it, Smith. Loads of big games coming people's way. Do you want to just remind them of the rules, though?
Yeah, these are the all-important rules that you do have to be aware of. This, of course, the second EPL Invitational. Congratulations to Diogo Jota, who won our inaugural event just 2 weeks ago, representing Wolves, of course. And it is a straight knockout tournament like the first one was. You lose 1 game and you are out. Every round consists of just 1 game. Every Premier League club represented either by a player from their squad, an ex-player or a celebrity fan. And these are the in-game rules that you need to be aware of. 2 6-minute halves. In the event of a draw, golden goal used to determine the winner. 85 rated Premier League squads in kickoff mode on the PS4 to find out who is the ultimate FIFA 20 player, Joe.
Yeah, we can have a quick look back as well at the game we just saw between Burnley and Arsenal, because it was a cracking game between Charlie Taylor and Michael Ward, wasn't it? Charlie Taylor not talking a big game, but playing a big game. Went 1-0 up, didn't he, through Chris Wood. Michael Ward, very animated throughout the whole game. And he did manage to get back into it. An equaliser coming through Alexandre Lacazette, who he was playing through the middle instead of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. A mistake, potentially, he said after the match. Charlie Taylor, though, did get the winner, didn't he? Jay Rodriguez tapping home after a Chris Wood rebound. Burnley progressing through to the next round, where they will play Manchester City and Phil Foden. But let's come back to the game we're about to see, Smithy, because Newcastle versus Manchester United, it's a game stacked with history and 2 massive names playing off it.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one to call. What's interesting so far, Joe, is we put Spencer favourite, or many people put Spencer favourite for the whole tournament against Ryan Sessegnon. That didn't work out. Michael talked a very good game, very entertaining, I have to say, and he was very gracious in defeat, losing to Burnley. But we perhaps put him favourite in that one going into that game. And of course, Charlie ended up winning that game for Burnley. So just like we saw in our inaugural EPL Invitational, very tough to call. But this one is going to be just so fascinating. As you say, Joe, 2 heavyweights of the Premier League that have had some great games down the line. Man United, Newcastle. It's not a game I can call. I'm not gonna give a prediction here, but I am pleased to say, Joe, that both of our players are joining us now. So I'm going to speak to Rolando. Rolando, you're representing Newcastle in the EPL Invitational. How are you feeling going into your first game?
I was feeling alright until about now. I'm a bit nervous now. I can't lie to you, mate. But yeah, we'll go. We'll see what happens.
Now, the one thing I want to talk to you about is obviously Christian Atsu represented Newcastle in the first EPL Invitational, and he was very vocal, and on social media, he just said it overwhelmed him, the support that he had. We know that Newcastle fans are so passionate, such great with their support. I mean, it's such a big club, obviously. Do you feel the pressure representing Newcastle in this? Because we've seen with all the fans that there's a lot of hope on the line, isn't there?
I literally didn't feel nothing until I seen the start of this. But yeah, the support's always there from Newcastle, and hopefully I don't let them down. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
I love how you seem quite nervous about this. You're going up against obviously an England cricketing legends. You can't explain it.
No.
You're going up against an England cricket legend, of course, World Cup winner, a man that's used to thriving under pressure. Have you seen Jofra Archer play FIFA? Do you know anything about your opponent going into this?
I know he's famous and he plays cricket, but obviously I don't really watch cricket too much. But I'm hoping, because I actually play football, that I should win on a football game.
Okay, there we go. All the best, Rolando. Joe, I think you can speak to Jofra. It is football versus cricket, and Jofra Archer standing by with you.
Yeah, Jofra, we can speak to you now. Obviously, you're very used to pressure. We saw you bowl the super over in the World Cup. Do you feel the pressure today representing your beloved Manchester United?
I'll let you know at half time. I think I'm pretty okay for now.
And how big of a Manchester United fan are you? For people that know you from the cricket world, just how big of a Man United fan are you?
Well, big enough. Very big. Well, I think there are some pretty much die-hard fans out there. I'm die-hard as well, but, you know, there's always, you never know who the biggest fan is. Everyone will say, oh, I'm the biggest fan, or I'm the biggest fan. So you never know, but I like to put myself up there.
And obviously, we know you from the cricket world. You're a fantastic cricketer, but how do you stack up in terms of your FIFA ability? Because obviously, it's a different sport. It's football. How does Jofra Archer, the cricketer, play FIFA?
I'd like to say pretty steady, to be honest. I won't say I'm amazing or I'm great, but pretty steady.
Okay, there we are. Thanks very much, Jofra. Good luck. Smithy, back to you.
Yeah, great stuff. Great to hear from Rolando and to hear from Jofra. It's been a fantastic array of talent we've had involved in this tournament so far, and we're about to get going with our third game of day one, as well as Joe and myself. Pleased to say that Brandon Smith and Richard Buckley will be commentating on the whole tournament, and they've seen an array of FIFA tournaments over the last years. They've commentated all around the world, and Brandon, I'm very excited about this. Football versus cricket, a tough one to call, and I'm very excited about this game.
Yeah, it's going to be an amazing one, isn't it? You know, Jofra Archer achieved so much for England and in the world of cricket as well. We all remember that World Cup final as well. What a cricket World Cup that was back in 2019. He said he's steady at FIFA. Let's see how he goes up against Rolando. I'm certainly looking forward to it.
Yeah, Richard, we've seen two great games, two very close games, actually. One thing we saw in the ePL Invitational in the first time is that the round one matches in the early stages were quite one-sided. We saw 8 goals, we saw 6 goals. Both games so far have been very tight, haven't they?
Yeah, they've been very tight. I'll tell you one thing that we've not seen, though, that we've seen for the first time ever. That jazzy Man United shirt that Jofra Archer is wearing. Where has he got that from? Because that is special.
It is very special indeed. And there it is.
This is not the first thing we've seen.
You like that, Buckers. I like it. And I'm pleased to say we are ready to go. Rolando Aarons of Newcastle against Jofra Archer, representing Man United. And it's hand over to our casters, Brandon Smith and Richard Buckley. Here we go, boys.
Here we go indeed. At Old Trafford for this one. Manchester United up against Newcastle United in the EPL Invitational. This is round one. It's our third game of the day. And to be honest, Richard, I'm not too sure which way this game is going to go.
I mean, we've noticed it throughout the entire tournament, Brandon. We've seen surprises. We've seen unknown elements. Both of these two players, we could see probably potentially the tournament winner. Jofra Archer looking pretty clean there in the opening stages. Nice little bit of play with Bruno Fernandes in a centre midfield. Man United are a very, very good 85 rated team. A lot of tall players, a lot of physicality in that squad. Paul Pogba, McTominay, Bruno Fernandes, Nemanja Matic in there. Tall, physical players. When the stats are all even, having those attributes are pretty strong.
Yeah, a few connection problems, it sounds like, from the POV of Jofra Archer. But this is a whole remote broadcast. Everybody connecting with each other from all over the world. And credit where it is due to Sky and the Premier League for putting this together. Remember, it's a 5-day tournament. This is only day one of the action. Strap yourselves in. This is to find out who will be in our final 16. The winner of this, Richard, will go up against Sheffield United in the round of 16. And certainly it is big boots to fill for Rolando Aarons, because Christian Atsu had a fantastic run.
Jeez.
Last time out. He made a quarter-final stage chance for Newcastle on the edge of the box. If Dwight Gale can get the shot away, he's taking a deflection back inside. And he's offside in the end. It is the Newcastle forward.
Absolutely, Brandon. Christian Atsu had a pretty good performance the last time out. Unfortunately, you can't say the same for Tom Grennan, who represented Manchester United. He lost 5-1 against Liverpool's Trent Alexander-Arnold in the last 16. So Jofra Archer hoping to equal the last 16, where Tom did go out. Chance here for Nabil Bentaleb on the edge of the box, looking for a dink over the top, but Lindelof will always clear that.
Hayden on the edge of the box, doing very well to hold up and get away from 2 Manchester United players.
Get it. Come on.
Very vocal from the word go, has Jofra been. It's expected. We've seen some fantastic stars being involved in this tournament so far, outside of the footballing world.
Oh no, don't pass it back. Don't pass
Right,
it
Gale.
back.
Chance to go 1-0 for Newcastle United. Back inside. Surely a goal. How is that not gone in?
It's lagging though.
Rolando, what went wrong?
You know what it is? It's lagging. I don't know what's going on.
Excuse number 1. We'll take it.
Yeah,
That's one off the tick
You're
list.
gonna hear a lot more.
I mean, we've all been there, right? We've all had a laggy game of FIFA. I mean, I will give him the benefit of the doubt on that chance. I can see what it's like going forward for him. Went for a Ronaldo chop of all skill moves.
Come on, Andy. Come on.
Martial. Has he got the legs? And Fernandes. Fernandes does enough to get back and we'll recycle that back to the Newcastle goalkeeper. Chance. Martial. He's through. That's the goal. Surely it is. Manchester United will break the deadlock at Old Trafford. Jofra Archer. Then he was steady at FIFA. He's taken a steady lead in this game, and Jofra 1-0 up. Talk to us about the goal. Fantastic finish.
Well, yeah, I think he just gave me a little bit of space there, and you know he's had the possession for the last 2 minutes as well. So I'm glad.
My head's hurting.
Anthony Martial breaking the deadlock here at Old Trafford. Let's be honest. In all honesty, Rolando Aarons should have scored up the other end.
Oh my God.
It was sort of a... I don't even know what to say. A great save by David De Gea. A misclick from Rolando Aarons potentially in the final third. Dwight Gale there. Lovely fake shot to get past Maguire.
It's lagging.
Goes to Bentaleb. Fake shot inside the box. Another fake shot. Bentaleb's weaving. Oh,
This lag is amazing.
Just that ball. Not found the back of the net.
Oh, he's gonna pull me. Oh.
Punched away by David De Gea.
Offside.
Credit where it is due to Rolando. If
Oh my head.
you can see the connection issues on your screen, and he's still pulling off skill moves and weaving his way in between Manchester United defenders there.
Yeah, important to stress as well, Brandon. Everyone is staying home, so this broadcast is put on all around the UK. We've got feeds from everywhere. The transmission's going all over the place. So it's fantastic to even see this taking place, Brandon. I think that's important to stress. We might have a couple of laggy games, but they're still going ahead.
Oh no, come on, that is poor. Happening. Thank you.
Newcastle United hunting for that equaliser. Went for the hill to hill, but probably an unnecessary skill move.
Cheers, guys.
Come on, Luke.
Go on, lads. Stretch your legs.
Come on, Luke.
Newcastle have been hunted. They've been in the box so many times. It's just that final pass for Ronaldo. There must be some positives to take, though. He's all going well.
Absolutely.
He's getting the ball in the right areas. It's just that final pass.
Yeah, inside the box, it's just that sort of composure that I always
God.
say. Having the final pass, having the final shot. De Gea going to collect that pretty calmly under pressure, but when the pressure has been on, it's been Jofra Archer keeping his cool, slotting it past through Anthony Martial, past Dubravka. 20 minutes into this game.
Ooh, mate.
Stitch defending at the back there from Newcastle United. Yeah, certainly scrappier word I look to use, but he's looked quite flashy in the final third, has Rolando. So many black and white shirts trying to get it forward. It's just keep saying, and I will keep hammering home about it. That final ball, not there for him. Here's Rashford. Jofra Archer, who does lead by a goal to 0 on the stroke of half-time. Added time just to come any second now. This is for a place in the round of 16.
Oh, no.
Paul Pogba working back, doing defensive duty. Chance for Hayden. Newcastle on the rebound. That's got to be a goal. And it will be a goal. Dwight Gale never missing from there.
Got to say it's been coming, Brandon. The chances have been building up for Rolando Aarons. A little fortunate with the rebound, but Dwight Gale poaching it inside the box. What a piece now, going into half-time. Probably where this game deserves to be, I would say, on the balance of the first 45.
Definitely deserves to be here. Rolando, after all that pressure, all those chances, does find the back of the net at Old Trafford. And we're going into half-time in the most perfect way possible. The scoreline being 1-1 between these two. Fantastic game so far.
Time then.
Ready to crack on? Ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Rolando, just talk us through how big of a goal that is on half-time.
I think, as you said, it was deserved. I've been very sloppy in front of goal, so I'm happy that one went in.
There we go. Then Rolando said he's been sloppy in front of goal, Brandon and Rich.
Yeah, I think that's a word we could use to describe that, Richard. But he's had chances.
He really has, and you've got to say, on the balance of the game, as I said, going into half-time, it was a deserved goal. He was creating chances, a couple of fake shots inside the box.
Oh, no.
Jofra Archer is very dangerous in the final third with Marcus Rashford here, bearing down on goal.
What a touch that was, by the way. From Martial, Reece James with the chance. Unfortunately, no way through that for the Welsh winger there. Daniel James, as we know, joining from Swansea City. Not a bad item in the world of FIFA as well. Got a Future Stars upgrade a little while back for any budding FIFA Ultimate Team players.
I mean, he certainly does suit sort of the way to play FIFA 20, Brandon. If you're quite a casual player, you want pace out wide, you want to get into these areas where Jofra Archer is right now, and then look for the pass back inside the box, look for the cutbacks, and that's where you'll find all the danger.
Martial just runs into danger. Matic!
Sorry.
And Jofra, with the respect there of anyone in the FIFA community, just apologising for that goal. He knows he was a little bit fortunate, but fair play. Matic, of all people, popping up in the box, Richard, and putting Jofra Archer 2 goals to 1.
It came from the ball out wide. Rashford, pace, getting into danger areas. Very fortunate for Matic to be there, as that stings the hands of David De Gea. But right place, right time. He's been dangerous on the counter-attack. Has Jofra Archer.
Where's he going?
And again, we've got another super competitive game of FIFA, Brandon.
Oh, my head's going to hurt, man.
Still plenty of time left. Rolando, plenty of time. 30 minutes. Has this game got more goals in it?
I see him, Marky.
What?
I see him.
Marcus Rashford. In and around the fullback. This could be dangerous. Penalty, that's got to be. No, he doesn't go down to the ground.
Again, Brandon, it's just that final touch, that final pass for Rolando Aarons in this game.
Oh my days, look, you got to get there. Look, you got to get there.
Newcastle wants to break with pace. It's great that he's got these basic skill moves in his locker as well. In Rolando, the drag backs, the simple fake shots.
Nah. What's going on?
Oh, what is this?
Balls everywhere. It's like a pinball. Where's the ball going?
What is this?
Hayden. Chance for Newcastle. Hayden with the shot.
That ball was bouncing like a bull in a china shot right there. You did not know where it was going to end up. Hayden somehow putting it wide of the post.
Alan Saint-Maximin, a player that the whole FIFA world is very fond of at the moment. I'm sure Newcastle fans are as well. David De Gea had to be careful there. Off his line, did get rid of the ball.
Marcus, go, Marcus, go, Marcus, go.
Marcus Rashford could be through. He's got pace as well. There could be an option inside Marcus Rashford to make this 3-1. Rashford with the chance. And there's the goal. Jofra Archer, a man for the big occasion, usually in the cricketing world, but on the world of FIFA, I should say. He's been very impressive today. He said he was a steady FIFA player. He will lead this game by 3-1 and will look to put Manchester United back into the round of 16 for a second time in the EPL Invitational.
Jofra, Marcus Rashford has been fantastic for you. Is he always out there on the wing?
Oh, this leg is not the one.
We'll take that as
I think he's zoned in, Richard. He's very, very much zoned in it. It's got 19 minutes, just under that now, to hold on to this game.
Yes, Harry. Let's go. Let's go again. Ooh.
You can see the space that Rashford's occupying though every single time, Brandon. Yedlin's pushing out of position and Rashford's getting in behind.
Oh my God!
And there it is. That is the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, game's done.
In regards to this game, Newcastle look like they will be crashing out round 1 of the EPL Invitational. And Jofra Archer will be carrying Manchester United into a round of 16 tie, which looks to be up against Sheffield United. And after the tap, we'll try and catch a quick word.
He's lost it though.
Jofra. Jofra, very, very comfortable in this game. You're 4-1 up. You've been very clinical in front of goal.
Yeah. Not
This guy not tackled, bro.
Bruno Fernandes. Looking to make it 5 here. Down inside the box, dinked across, but Fernandes keeping a little bit of pride.
Come, Harry. Get at him. Get at him.
We've seen comebacks many a times.
This ain't happening.
The world of FIFA. I was about to ask you that, Rolando. Is there any chance of a comeback? 3 goals behind in 10 minutes?
That would be something.
This could be one. This could be one.
You've got to believe. You've got to believe.
Track it, Paulie. Track him, Paulie.
Chance. Hayden.
Come, Marcus. Come, Marcus. Let's go.
Running into the brick wall that is Maguire.
Had to go in,
There's been
Richard.
a number of outstanding centre-back performances throughout this EPL Invitational so far, Brandon. Davinson Sanchez in the first game, Benny in the second game, and now Maguire.
That's a terrible pass, bro. What are you doing? What are you doing?
This
What are you
third
doing? What are you doing?
I'm liking the man management as well from Jofra in this game. Congratulating every player and every tackle,
Hit it,
every
hit
pass,
it.
every piece of movement. The goals he's been scoring as well. Not a great shot from Martial, but at this point it doesn't matter.
Harry.
He's 3 goals in front. 4-1 is the scoreline. And it looks as if Manchester United will be minutes away from a round of 16 tie up against Sheffield United in the EPL Invitational. Unfortunately, it will be at the end of the road for the Magpies. Added time to come any second now.
Outright for Rolando. But it's just been clinical and confident and composed in the final third from Jofra Archer. He's not created 20, 30 chances, but the chances that he has created, he's dispatched.
Come on, man.
He still wants more goals. I don't think he will be getting any more in this game. The good news for United fans, he will be in the round of 16 representing your club. Referee, that should do us there. 4-1. Manchester United will move on into the round of 16 to face Sheffield United. Congratulations to Jofra Archer.
Yeah, big win there for Joffre and for Manchester United. We can speak to both players now. Joffre, you described yourself as a steady FIFA player. You've been very modest pre-game. You look like a real FIFA player there, and you were very clinical in that game.
No, still steady. Still steady. My mates beat me all the time, so I'm just happy I got a win today, to be honest.
And I saw you get the towel out, wipe the hands. We've all done that after we played FIFA, just wiping the hands. You've obviously given us one of the greatest sporting moments of recent times, that super over in the World Cup final, which was so nerve-wracking just to watch. So I can only imagine what it was like to be involved in. How did the nerves compare there? Because at 2-1, it looked like quite a nervy game. How did it compare?
I wouldn't say I was a little bit nervy going into half. Obviously, both of us were level, but I could tell he likes to stand back when he has a football, and I'm a pretty attacking player, so I probably fancy myself to win the game at 90 minutes.
Rolando, commiserations, that is your tournament over. As we know, the format of the tournament, one game, knockout, and you're out. So what would you like to say to the victor, Joffre Archer, your opponent today?
I want to say good luck. Hopefully you win it, so I don't feel as bad as I do right now. But yeah, it was a good game. You took your chances. I missed almost every single one I had in front of goal. I think, yeah, it showed in the result. But yeah, good luck, bro.
Joffre, are you going to be speaking to any of your England cricket teammates? Are they going to be watching? Have you had any messages of support from them? What's been said?
I don't think any of the boys know what's going on at the moment. I certainly didn't get any messages from them. They didn't know they would have said something.
And lastly, we noticed that you're very vocal. You're congratulating a lot of your in-game players. Can we expect to see more of that? 'Cause it's very entertaining to watch. You're very vocal, very animated while you play FIFA. Can we see more of the same going forward?
Yeah, I'm not going to change throughout the tournament. I'm going to try to keep it like the same way how I'd play if it wasn't on TV or if I wasn't playing against other people.
Love that. Thank you very much, guys. Very entertaining game. Rolando, commiserations. That is the tournament over. Joffre, congratulations. We'll see you very soon for your next match.
All right, cheers. Thank you, guys.
See you. Cheers.
See ya.
So there we go, Joe. 4-1, emphatic victory for Joffre Archer from Man United.
Thanks,
Joffre Archer, we've seen him on the cricket field working wonders, and he's proving to be a really solid FIFA player as well.
Yeah, Joffre Archer plays FIFA exactly as I was expecting a cricketer to play FIFA. It was so entertaining to watch, wasn't it? The constant barrage of praise for every player who did anything right. I mean, he is a really good FIFA player too. Very attacking, used Marcus Rashford perfectly. Like Rich was saying in commentary on that left wing, getting lots of width and then coming inside and looking to use the finishing of Anthony Martial. And I think Joffre Archer could be dangerous going into this tournament. He's got Egan up next with Sheffield United. And there is confirmation now, isn't there, that Joffre Archer progresses to the round of 16 after beating Newcastle 4-1. That actually is quite comprehensive at the end of it. You can see the full draw now as well. And more confirmation that Joffre Archer will indeed face Sheffield United and Egan up next. Although if he gets past that, he faces a tough one against reigning champions Wolves, who are represented by Morgan Gibbs-White, or Brighton, that are represented by Aaron Connolly. We know there's lots of pedigree in the FIFA community down at Brighton. The next game coming your way, though, this afternoon will be Leicester versus Bournemouth. Two of the league's biggest players, James Maddison versus Callum Wilson, going head-to-head.
Yeah, I'm very excited about this next one, Joe. Of course, it's two players that know each other very well, two players that are England internationals, of course, two players that have played FIFA against each other recently, that are good friends as well, two players we've spoken to about FIFA, so I think it's going to be a very tough one to call. And that is our fourth and final game of our first day today. We will be back at 6 o'clock for that game. Just a reminder, please do stay home and save lives. We'll be back very shortly. Bye-bye.